Alright, so this is how I lower my cars and slam them. There's multiple ways. This is just the way I do it. Um, First thing is there's going to be a lot of grinding. So right here in the fenders, let it focus in, focus in. Okay, there we go. Someone focused. Right here, all four fenders, grinding down as far as you can without putting a hole into the fender itself. So this is more like an art form where you gotta learn how to grind it without grinding too much material off and enough to keep it rolling. So that's the first thing you do, is grind that. Another thing, the bases. Most of the bases are gonna have these tabs right here. Most of them are gonna have these tabs. These four tabs, sometimes, a lot of times, you could just cut them off and they'll slam. But in more extreme cases, um, like some of the premium sets, in more extreme cases, you're gonna do a little bit more grinding like this one. So by grinding the fenders, you will allow it to still roll. There's even more extreme ones. Let's see, like the Audi. There's even more of the base you can see here that has been ground off. So this is my way of lowering it. Then to lower the base itself, you gotta, I use these rods, aluminum rods, and I stick it into I use that piece for the axle holder. These are from K&S Precision Metals, number 8100. So those are the rods I use. As for the axles themselves, you can take the stock axles and cut them in half and use them. If not, you can get these at any of your hobby stores. I got these at Walmart. There's 200 of them, or 315 pieces in here for $4. The tires, that's another thing too. The tires will affect it greatly. These are the ultra thin tires from MonoBlock, and I love using these. Let's see if I can get it out. The trimmer rim, okay. These are the ultra thins. And these are the treaded tires, the treaded rear riders. Side by side comparison. You can see how one is thinner than the other and more narrow. So if you want to be able to clear those fenders, that's what you gotta do. That's what's on this one right here. That's what's on this one. These are the ultra thins from MonoBlock. And then the ones on this one, these are the stretch. Alright, so this skyline right here from the Fast Rewind set has some like really massive fat tires on it. The fenders themselves were ground down. Tires were swapped out with the tires from this wagon. These wagons got some really nice small, skinny, and thin tires to where you can actually swap out the tires from these into something like with the other ones, because you could tell these are a lot narrower than the originals. So you can use something like that one, tires from these, into your other models to lower it too and still roll. So this one rolls nicely, but you can tell on the bottom there's been a lot of grinding. So first thing, grind the bodies, grind your fenders. First step. Second step, grind the bottom of your base. Make sure it's ground down. There's allow maximum as low as you can be. Third step, check your tires. Swap out tires with something thin, something narrow. Allows you to push your wheels right up to the fender and still clear. Third step, your axle holders. Axles and axle holders. After that, it's just a lot of test fitting. So tire wise to use MonoBlock Ultra Thins or Stretch and Poke tires. Here we go. MonoBlock. These are the Ultra Thins in this bag right here. Ultra Thins or the Stretch and Poke. If not those, find the tires from the real riders that are a lot smaller and skinnier, like this Skyline wagon. After that, it's just a bunch of test fitting, regrinding, resanding, and just making sure everything goes together.